Okay, yeah, I got a lot going on. Whole lot of motion, a whole lot of what you been on. Cause a commotion, ain't got time to look at my phone. And I've been putting it on. And I've been putting it on. Okay, yeah, I got a lot going on. Whole lot of motion, a whole lot of what you been on. Hey, cause a commotion, ain't got time to look at my phone. And I've been putting it on. And I've been putting it on. Yeah. We're like $1 million bucks. Tell me who real is us. Yeah, brick by brick, really been out here building up. Yeah, better go ask round about me. She know, they know, I know. Yeah, pop champagne so much, look like we winning the finals. Yeah, keeping it light though, keeping it nitro, cordial. Yeah, really can't fit.
What's good? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy 503 line, man. We back at it again. One time for the one time. Ken and Dro show, man. Hottest football show, man, right here on YouTube, man. Shouts out to the entire football community, the whole Gridiron gang, man. All my boys in the trenches and my ladies too. We back, man. It's Sunday. Y'all already know, man, how we do Sunday morning, man. We come and we talk everything football, man. Everything football, man. I got my boy Drosky G in the building. What's good with it, bro?
Whoa, what it do?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, look, we got a lot of shit to talk about, man. We ain't got a lot of time to talk about it, man. Whole lot of upsets yesterday. You know what I'm saying? In the college world, we got to get to the Texans, of course, and all our other teams, man. Last week in the NFL and this week too, man. Monday night, Thursday night, all that good stuff, and today, of course, Sunday fun day, man. We got the games and shit. Hey, man, did you watch any of them upsets yesterday, bro? Bama lost USC.
Yeah, I was hoping for the Cal upset. So my nigga Travis Hunter could go on take that #1 spot because Miro got popped. So you know they're going to be down on him. He looked bad in the loss. Goddamn, Cam Ward and them damn near lost. They came back, won by 1 point. I was hoping they lose too. Yeah, so I'm for all the upsets because it just moved Travis Hunter a little higher up the scale. You feel me?
Hey, but that boy Ward look good on that comeback though, man. You know what I'm saying? They won too. I ain't gonna lie, man. Cam Ward just made a strong a strong case for himself, man. And they goddamn me Heisman. I ain't gonna lie.
True, but at the same time, that was a team y'all supposed to beat easily. So, you know, the voters gonna look at Ollie like you had to come and do a historical comeback. So they'll take it 50-50, you know what I mean? Like the voters, they real tough. It ain't even that you win, it's how you win. You know what I'm saying? So he's still gonna have a hurt of decline because they're gonna feel like y'all wasn't even supposed to be down, but y'all was getting blowed out. And he wasn't playing well in the first half, so I can see the voters kind of, yeah, y'all won, but they're gonna put the big butt on him because he looked at a little rough in the first couple quarters.
Nah, for sure. It's ain't no if and buts about that. I mean, definitely don't really watch Cal like that. You know what I'm saying? That was my first time looking at him, man. Out there on that West Coast, man, the games just come on so late. You know what I'm saying? It was damn near like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock when that shit was over with, man. I fell asleep and I woke up to them boys with the dub. So I mean, hey, man, a win is a win. But like bro said, man, it don't matter if you win, it's how you win, especially when you trying to make a case for the Heisman and shit like that. But yeah, man, shit, Bama definitely took a L. You know, Michigan took another L. Missouri, USC, man. It's been a lot of teams in college, man, that's been getting whooped. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, it's a good thing, man, because you know college is one of those places, man, where you know anything could definitely happen in college because you know you playing some of the best players, you know what I'm saying, in the nation. Right now we got the Jets and the Minnesota Vikings on right now, but I want to ask you, bro. Even with Bama losing yesterday, man. My boy Ryan Williams, man. He out there making a strong case for himself too. Being one of the true freshmen, you know what I'm saying, one of the best receivers right now in the nation, man. How you feeling about old Ryan Williams, man? You see him week to week.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. The coldest one, fuck the true freshman. The young nigga 17.
Yeah.
Young nigga 17 out here with grown men, man. You got a nigga like Shiloh, this nigga 24. You know what I'm saying? So look at a nigga like that, it's like, damn, like not only you got 2 more years until eligibility, but nigga 17, you might come out this bitch 20 years old in the league ahead of Steam, probably one of the best niggas in the draft. So I like Lahoma. I think that nigga future is bright, you know what I'm saying? Now with the upset is Vanderbilt, they put that belt the ass on the niggas. Straight up. I think it's because I really want to blame Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Because Will Shepherd, you know, that's the receiver. He just transferred from Vanderbilt. And he had just shot a little slug to him. Like, they was asking him, like, compared to the rest of your college career thus far, like, where do this win stack up and shit? And he was like, well, you know where I've been at. I've been at Vanderbilt. So, you know, we've been doing a lot of losing. So, you know, this definitely one of the biggest games of my life. And one of the QB, another small story connected to the Colorado shit, which is off subject, but the backup, I mean the quarterback was at Colorado last year.
Oh yeah?
And he didn't want to back up too. So he transferred. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of little back and forth, little talks. And so when they won, he popped this shit a little bit. So it just, you know, full circle shit that be going on. You know what I'm saying? But hey, shout out to them boys. Them niggas, they took it to Bama. See, they didn't wait around and hope Bama give them a shot. Them niggas up the scope first. You know what I'm saying? Came out with they shit busting early. And like I said, Miro, he had a bad game. He had a bad motherfucking game. Well, that's gonna drop you down, especially with Cam pulling the win off. It's for sure you done went from worst to about third place in 1 week.
Yeah.
Because the key to the Heisman shit is who gonna separate themselves. And I feel like Travis in the prime position because if they can string out 2-3 more wins, he gonna get it. Especially if they win in great fashion. And this week, they're another underdog. So they take down Kansas State. Man, the sky's the limit. They'll be 3-0 in the Big 12. And boys gonna have to start really, really putting a little more respect on them boys, for real, for real.
Okay, I got my boy TD up in the building. What's going down with it, bro? Appreciate you for coming through, man.
What's good? What's good? How's everybody doing?
We good, bro. We good, man.
Already, what it do, TD? Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yesterday was crazy,
yeah,
man.
You
good. All right. Yeah, yesterday was nuts with all the college upsets. You know, I stood up and watched the Miami game. That was crazy. That the way they came back in that fourth quarter. You know, and I hate when teams do this. Like, you know, when you got a comfortable lead, you play prevents the win. Like I don't understand why teams keep doing that. Like, play the way you've been playing all game. It's been working. You know, you dropping back and playing zone, and you know the soft coverage. It just gives teams a chance to come back. You know, and then you play extra conservative, and you know, and that's why you know, Cal blew that game. You know, they what was working the whole first half, they were playing good defense pretty much the whole first half, and their defense is ranked in you know, one of the best in the country. You know, and they just laid a complete egg in that fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, TD. I think more so that's one of those coaching mistakes right there where the moment too big for you. You got the lead, you did everything that it took to get in a position, but you didn't know how to finish.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I blame it on coaching. Like, bro, why would you should learn that from NFL teams and do it all the time.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. I mean,
you get a comfortable lead, you start playing prevent, you give up the underneath routes. You get a couple receivers or guys that that can make plays. That can make a guy miss. Now this little check down to turn to a 30, 20-yard game. And now Miami is explosive. They got weapons. So to play Cam like that was crazy. That was real crazy. So
you're playing not to lose instead of playing to win. And I hate when coaches do that. You already played a great first half or three quarters, but you're not playing to win the game. You're playing not to lose. And that's the mindset you give your players, and the players start to feel that way. Like, they're playing safe. No, play to win. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of coaches do when they're up big in a situation, especially when they're big underdogs and they're not picked to win. They're supposed to get blown out, and they have that opportunity to pull the upset. Because like yesterday in the Bama game, they played to win the game. Like they were still throwing the ball. So I don't know. I just think that was that coach for California. He's got to be in a hot seat just for that lawsuit.
I agree, bro. I agree, because that was crazy. Y'all fell big in the third. There's no reason for the people to rally back like that. And y'all just get extremely conservative. Like, they don't have the ammo to fire back. Like, you tripping. They only can play bad for so long when you got playmakers. So, yeah, I agree. That Cal staff, they need to be evaluated for real.
So, is it safe to say that Bama probably was the most shocking upset of yesterday? You know what I'm saying? Playing a Vanderbilt. We know Missouri lost as well to A&M. We know A&M kind of got a little running game. You know what I'm saying? USC lost as well. So let me ask y'all this: what was the most shocking upset y'all seen yesterday? Go. What you got on that, TD?
Oh, definitely, it has to be Bama. One thing, like it would have been Missouri, but I believe Texas A&M was still ranked. I think they ranked 24, 25. And one thing about the games yesterday, all the upsets, I think ranked the 9th, 10th, 11th, number 4, and number 1 loss. They were all on the road. And Bama, they're lucky. It's early on, and they were ranked 1. And we got this new playoff system because those probably still going to at large, but they were probably still high off the win last week, right? And remember, these are kids; they're not professionals. They're athletes, but they're still kids in a way. And they were high off the win last week, and it showed in the game. They didn't come prepared. You could tell they weren't prepared. They were still celebrating that win probably during the week. So. I mean, that's the biggest loss, but I think that they can recover the most than any other team that lost yesterday.
What's the most shocking loss for you, Drosky? What you got on that? Bama too?
Yeah, I would have said Miami for sure, but they snuck it out. So I had to go with Bama. And the biggest thing with the Bama shit is I just feel like Jalen Miro, that was the biggest question of if Bama don't have that comfortable lead, can you throw him back in the game? He showed that weakness of his passing game. Last week the question was, has he improved or was that an anomaly? And as we wake up today, that shit starting to look like an anomaly because he didn't look good passing the football yesterday. Yes, he gonna run and look good running the ball, but when it was crunch time and they needed them key third downs on passing plays, bro couldn't deliver. And I think that's going to be the biggest talk from that game going into the week. And like TD said, yes, I think they're the best team to be able to shake back from that shit. But I ain't going to lie, it's going to hurt him individually in the Heisman. But I think as a team, I think Bama shake back. But I also think teams got the blueprint on, we stopped that running for something to throw. We got action. For sure. So I take Bama. Would have been Miami because they had no reason losing that game, but for sure I'd take Bama just because they were ranked number 1 at this point.
Yeah.
So that by far have to be the biggest upset for sure.
Nah, man. I agree, man. A whole lot of front running with Bama, man. Like bro said, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got pieces everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Y'all the best team in the nation, bro, and y'all lose to a Vanderbilt. Basically like a team full of second string guys or backups. You know what I'm saying? And they definitely showed up and showed out. You know what I'm saying? They took it to Bama. They wasn't scared. They wasn't happy just to be there, be playing the best team in the nation. Now they came to win, man. And this is why you love football on all levels. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no ducking, no smoking football. If your ass on that schedule, you gotta line that shit up and see who the best is out there. Uh, so next week in college football, of course, we got Colorado coming back against Kansas State. That's gonna be a good one. We got Ohio versus Oregon. That's gonna be a good one with Jeremiah Smith. Man, Jeremiah Smith is this dude is just playing out his mind. Yeah, definitely another true freshman that's balling. We got Ole Miss, LSU. We got Penn State, USC. And of course, my favorite one. We got Texas and Oklahoma, the Red River rivalry. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a good one. My boy team play next week as well. Notre Dame and Stanford. That's gonna be a good one. Um, we got Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama. That's gonna be a tough game. Yeah, hopefully Alabama can bounce back next week, man. Uh, I'll start with you, TD, man. How you feel about next week, man? Stanford, Notre Dame. How you feel about the college games next week, man? TD, you on mute if you talking, bro.
I keep doing this. I don't know why I keep doing this. Now I wanted to go back real quick to yesterday. I want to let people
Yeah,
know
go
that
ahead.
Arkansas and the Tennessee. Arkansas is a
Mm,
good team. Like like
yeah,
like they I don't know if you guys touched on it before I came, but Arkansas is not a bad team, and that was a tough game for Tennessee at Arkansas. Arkansas, their schedule, they've already played 3 top 25 teams. And the first two games
facts.
they lost to and they had the lead in the fourth quarter. They almost won at Texas A&M, which is not an easy place to play at. And I believe then they played Oklahoma State, and they were winning both those games. I think Oklahoma State went to like overtime or double overtime or something. So pay attention to Arkansas. I'm hoping they get ranked. They should get ranked because of their schedule. So, but Arkansas is a real good team. That was a good win for them. I'm happy for them. That they got that W. But
Nah,
next week,
facts.
Stanford and Notre Dame. You know, Notre Dame, they always frustrate me. You know what I'm saying? I think Notre Dame's
Yeah.
supposed to, yeah, they're supposed to win that game, and they're supposed to win comfortably. The defense has been solid all year. Their running game is good. It's just that QB, and what Notre Dame is doing is what probably Michigan should have done. Notre Dame's been going to the portal, and I don't totally agree with the portal all the time. I think sometimes you got to build your own quarterback and recruit and bring them up. This is
Mm,
the second year in a row Notre Dame's done that. The year before they took the kid from Wake Forest. Now they took a kid from Duke. Look at Michigan. Michigan, national champs, and they're weak at quarterback. They should have went and got a quarterback, to compete with that defense that they have. So
nah,
um,
facts.
that's the only weakness Notre Dame is the quarterback. He looked good, last week versus Louisville. Um, well, we see. I mean, I'm expecting to win right now. I'm going to the game in 2 weeks against Navy. Navy undefeated, 5-0. I don't know who they play next week,
Mm,
but that'll be interesting. The Navy and Notre Dame play. I'll be at that game. It's here in MetLife in Jersey. Um, but yeah, I'm just rooting for the teams that Notre Dame lost to. So I mean, that they played. Northern Illinois, they've looked bad, right? But Texas A&M, Texas A&M got a big win, so that looks good for Notre Dame's record as far as making the playoffs. But Notre Dame, hopefully the quarterback can get better as the games progress. I think they only got really one really tough game on the schedule left. I expect them to beat Stanford, so I think USC is probably the toughest game in the schedule left. But Notre Dame, they seem to always let me down every year. So, I don't talk high of them all the time and try to pump and gas everybody up because I just know what Notre Dame does to me every year. So
yeah. Salute to the chat. I see my boy Sheldon Joe shot with my boy Soul Power. My boy TD was in the chat as well earlier. My boy True Main in here as well. I see y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. I mean, for me, bro, I'm gonna be real. I want to see LSU and Ole Miss for sure. Texas and Oklahoma is a given. I mean, we've been going back and forth with the Sooners for years. Battle of the Red River. You know what I'm saying? A lot of history with Oklahoma. Penn State and USC is gonna be a good one as well. Uh But I'm really excited to see this late night game, man. Ohio State, Oregon. Really finna see how good Ohio State is, and of course, man, the Colorado Buffs making a return from their bye week against Kansas. Um, we gonna see if Travis Hunter and Shador keep the hype train going with them. What games you looking forward to seeing next week, Drosky?
You know, without trying to be biased, but you know I got to roll with them Buffaloes, man. This game is big because I feel like it's a revenge game. I feel like Dylan Edwards, I think they really haven't. This is the funny part about this shit. They haven't really been using bro, been the third string running back on Kansas State. But I just got a good feeling for some reason they're gonna try to really implement him in this game, simply
Yeah,
because he just transferred. You know what I'm saying? And back to what you just said, can Shador and Travis do what they've been doing? But if we basing it off recent history, I can honestly say they didn't even have to do that last game against a top opponent. The most everybody that watches Colorado know they can't stop the run nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So for them to go shut that shit down, you know what I'm saying? It says a lot. And so I'm looking at it as if everybody else can just do their job, Travis and Shador will be overly enough. You see what I'm saying? They'll give you more than what you need if everybody else can hold their end of the bargain. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that. But also that Texas game, I feel like the River rivalry been really good. But I think this year we smoke them. We smoke them like a Joe Burrow pack. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because they've been popping our ass. And that's not talking cocky because I'm from Texas. That's talking about they've been kicking our ass over the last few years. They even popped our ass on some years we were supposed to be good. So, yeah, I mean, shout out to them Sooners, man. But I think this year, I think Stefanski, he on his get back shit. You know what I'm saying? And he got the team to do it. So I'm really intrigued. But going back to what TD said too, just to piggyback on the quarterbacks in college, like you would think that motherfuckers will lose they last year quarterback to the draft in the first round and will go hand pick, will go dig in the portal and go find the best guys. But in the same breath, it's like that's their way of trying to shit on Coach Prime. Like everybody against it. Oh, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to build a team out the portal like Coach Prime. Yeah, year one. You know what I'm saying? When the team been horrible for the last 10, 20 years, it was a catastrophe. Now
mm-hmm.
re-up year two. Now I done went through the transfer protocol shit. I didn't got a taste. Now I know not just to get anybody, but you got to hand pick this shit. You got to get the right kind of guys that fit in your locker room. And I feel like honestly, the Buffs is only getting better for a person that watch them every day because second Deion Sanders Jr. You know what I'm saying? He got the little podcast shit where he be showing everything. And to see that being an outsider just watching and observing the team, they are leaps and bounds from last year. You could tell last year was a real experience and like a tryout. This year, they got quality over, you know what I'm saying, quantity for real, for real. So I'm looking forward to Texas
Mm-hmm.
rivalry game with Oklahoma. And I think that people kind of sleeping on this Kansas State game. But I think if Colorado take that game down, I think it's almost time to start talking playoffs, my boy. Real talk.
Mm. I like it. I like it. I like it, man. Salute to the chat, man. I see y'all coming through. Yeah, man, it's going down next week, man. A lot of more competitive games, even though this week games were hella competitive as well, with a lot of upsets, man. That goes to show, don't let that ranking fool you. Don't let these powerhouses fool you, man. Any given day, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, man, your ass can get beat. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that. Uh, I got my brother Cadillac Red in the building. What's going down with it, Red?
Whoa, what's happening with it, homie? You can hear me? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah. You clear. You good.
All right.
Uh, Let me ask you this, man. I don't know if you watched any of the college games or paid attention to them. A lot of upsets last night, bro. Uh, what upset was most shocking to you? and watching college last night. If you got a chance to check it out.
I didn't get to watch the games because I was out all day. But I did see that Vanderbilt beat Alabama.
Yeah, everybody seen that shit.
Who else got upset?
Oh man, USC, Missouri, Michigan, Tennessee. Miami came back in the third and fourth quarter and beat Cal when they was getting their ass beat. So yeah, it was a lot of good games last night, bro.
Okay. Now see, all those teams, Michigan already had got smacked, so I can't say them. And then all the other teams are like, to me, they're like B+ level teams trying to be A level teams. Who you name? USC maybe, but they kind of like teetering. I still don't consider them like a top level team just yet. So I can't say them. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vanderbilt against Alabama. And the reason I am is because whenever I play NCAA, whatever team I create, like as far as, you know what I'm saying, you want to do an HBCU or whatever team that I play with that's like a lower level team, like a Tulane or whatnot, if I'm going to put them in
Oh shit, yeah, Red, you went out, my boy. You went out. Come back in, Red. Come back in. We lost you for a quick second, bro.
Am I back?
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. My bad. I had got a phone call. I understand what y'all go through now. But if I have a team like Tulane, I take Vanderbilt out of the SEC and put my school in there because I consider them that low. It's Vanderbilt and Purdue, but Vanderbilt more than Purdue because Drew Brees went to Purdue. You know what I'm saying? And for them to pull the upset on Alabama, oh my God, oh my damn. I don't know, man. I didn't see the game. Whose fault was it?
I mean, we gotta definitely have a conversation about the quarterback.
Let me chime in for a second on it. To be honest with you, Red, man, hey, the people just Mike Tyson, man, they just hit him in the mouth early. They hit him in the mouth. And Miro didn't show up as the Miro from last week. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if I have to really take a blame, I'm blaming it on Miro. The timely interception, the style drives not moving the chains on third down, forcing Bama defense to be out there the whole game. Vanderbilt took it right to their ass. They didn't blink. They didn't flinch. You just got to give them credit where due. They stood in the paint and they bust them in their shit. Now, Bama did rally back and cut it close, but they hit the gas pedal again. The same shit that the other team didn't do, fucking Cal. Once Miami started coming back, Cal didn't hit the gas. They started putting it in auto. They tried to autopilot the shit, and Cam done walked their ass back down. But Vanderbilt, on the other hand, they must have heard us before we start talking about their ass. And they knew they've been a bad, trash-ass team. So for them to go up in there overly confident, and what I say is, I blame Alabama quarterback for not showing up, and I'm going to give Vanderbilt quarterback the praise and the flowers because that motherfucker had a game of his life. He might get a statue at that motherfucker after the game he had yesterday.
No bullshit.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He had one of them anomaly games, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I was going back to Miro. Like last week, nigga, you had one. Everybody thought this nigga Miro back. He didn't improve. He looking like Hurts them right now. He looking like an athletic nigga that can't throw.
Listen, let me add to that. Like, I know Milroe didn't have the best of games. He threw the pick six. That was big in the first quarter. But that Bama defense did not play well, especially the first half. That guy, what was the quarterback, Pavia, whatever. He had a field day. He was, he only had like 3 or 4 or 5 incompletions. Like he was.
Now he was 16-20.
And they were running the ball well.
Yeah.
Well-balanced offense. The defense for Alabama has to be blamed first and foremost. You know, so I mean, I know like if you go.
But let me ask you, TD, do you think that's all? That's all I wanted to ask you is not to cut you off. Like, if the defense out there that long, like that first quarter, bro, it feel like the defense I played the whole first quarter. Like they didn't. You got to look at like Bama. I look at them as they got uncomfortable. They got used to getting that lead, pinning their ears back, and going to go hunt. It's very rare they've been down 1-2 scores out the door, and now they have to play catch up. Alabama is not a catch up team.
You know, I agree with you with that. But if you watch the game, the first quarter, the first half, Vanderbilt had the time of possession. Most of their drives were like double-digit drives. They had a lot of plays.
Right.
I believe one drive.
I was there when Alabama they getting the rock too, but they not doing nothing with it. Especially with, like you said, with Vanderbilt having them long, demoralizing drives. You know what I'm saying? Imagine being a DN, a linebacker, and they getting first down after first down, and you getting them down to third down, and they steady converting. That's killing the defense. Exactly. And then when we give Miro the ball, he ain't doing nothing with it. We got to go right back. So it's like, I think it's a mental check out with them on the defense. I don't think they just that bad per se. I'm not saying they played their best game, but I feel like,
I'm not saying they're bad, but I think they shit the bed. I think, you know, when you give a team, 17 plays and they got 9 minutes ticking off the clock at one possession, you know, you're not making the stops. Of course, you're going to get tired, but I think Bama's defense has to be blamed for this loss as well.
Yeah, you got to look at this, bro. Time of possession, man, 42 minutes to 17 minutes.
That means defense is on the field for 42 minutes. That's
exactly.
Come on, bro. That's bullshit. Come on now. Nigga, that's the whole game. The game only 60 minutes. Yeah. Y'all have 3 times they time of possession. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even a great defense can't be out there that long, bro. And let's say, if it was like every time they get it, they score, made it a game. Because Vanderbilt didn't get up to 40 till fucking down at the end of the game. So the game was manageable when Alabama cut it to 21, when they got scored 21, they cut it down. It was a manageable game to Miro, we get to a stop. You gotta make a play. This is a quarterback driven type game nowadays, especially in the college ranks. And it's like, Miro, you didn't make the plays to help the defense. You didn't give them nothing to go fight for. 42 minutes of time of clock. You got to think about it. They had the ball 42 minutes. I mean, Alabama defense was on the field for 42 minutes. That's not a recipe for success. You feel me? On any level. Hell, even in my youth team, if my defense got to play 40 minutes, or 30 minutes, we gonna probably lose because offense got to be almost near perfect just to match their energy. Because not only are they having these long, extensive drives, they actually getting points at the end. So if you get the rock,
what do you tell the offense then when they're scoring so quick? Because Alabama was their scores were pretty quick drives, also. So
right, and mainly based off the runs, and it was true. But that's what I was saying. Like, of course, Bama, you're going to be able to run the ball. 26 scored, Miro broken one. That's cool. But look what you said. Not only is y'all getting the points, but you're scoring too fucking fast. You got to at least have a methodical drive because the defense is fucking gas. Yeah, like, that's when you got to have a quarterback. And that's why I love Alabama, but I don't trust Ford. I don't trust him when he have to throw the ball. Like, Alabama's been blessed so long to have those trenches and that defense to where most of Alabama quarterbacks really had. Look at Bryce Young. They didn't have to do much. You could just run the ball. All the times you have to throw this shit really wide open because the team is so scared of your running. But, like, come on, Miro, you got to be a quarterback. You got to clock minutes. You got to understand the game. Hey, man, they is taking our defense down the field, and they draining them. At least let's put a 10, 12-play drive together, not only to get the points, but eat up some of that clock because defense been overcompensating. And then if I throw the pick 6, I'm even throwing more gasoline on the fire. You feel me? So it's like, I just feel like as a team, Bama shit the bed, but Miro, you can't be a running back playing the Q, bro. you have to understand the game. You got to have the shit in between your ears, like, bro. You have to understand the game was time of possession. They was killing them. Like I'm looking at guys from Alabama I never seen even in the game because they were so gassed. Like they start putting in true freshmen and shit to get some depth because they were gassed. So Miro, you gotta have as a quarterback, bro. You gotta have some kind of ability. Like not even gassing Shador, but it's been plenty of times where Shador check out of a great play, but hey, my backs ain't really ran the ball in the cover. Let's try to eat up some of this clock. Let me get the run game going. Even if we don't really move it, let's try to run it on first and second down to where I can try to make a play on third down. Just so we can keep the chains moving. Like understanding the game within the game.
Yeah.
And Miro just giving me that running back shit. And that shit ain't gonna work on the next level. So, like you said, TD was absolutely right. I blame the defense, but damn, if I got a defense playing in a 42-minute rating, there's probably like 80, 90 snaps. Meanwhile, offense over there just drinking up all the damn water because they sitting there down. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one of them tough ones. That's just a team loss. You know what I'm saying? They didn't play complimentary football. That's why they lost. They didn't play complimentary with each other.
And I think, and it's like, and I was saying earlier, I think it's mostly because they're on a high, right? There's a big game last week. They won. They held on. They came back after they gave up the lead and they won. There's an emotional game. So they're on a high right now. And, and that's what happens sometimes, after a big win like that. I remember in 93, 94, after Notre Dame beat Florida State, right, with Charlie Ward. The next week, they lose to Boston College and Glenn Foley, whoever the quarterback was. I was pissed, but it happens. So,
yeah. And
hey, let me ask TD a question not TD before we get off here. Cause Red, I ain't heard from Red. Hey, Red,
I'm still here.
As just evaluating, we were 5 games in on the college level from a scale of 1 to 10, and I'll ask TD the same question once Red done. What do you feel as Miro being the top quarterback in the draft, or how do you feel of a scale of 1 to 10 of him actually being able to produce for real in the NFL level?
See, to me, I don't know, man. I think he can produce at the NFL level, but it all depends on what situation you go into.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The next level to me, you know what I'm saying? Having the skill set to play at the next level, and then it's what situation you go into. Because you could be a good quarterback, and I've heard Tua say this shit. You could be a good quarterback, you go into a situation where your coach or the GM or somebody consistently every day you at work, they say that you was a mistake and they didn't want to pick you. You know what I'm saying? Versus you going to work every day and niggas telling you the best and this is why we picked you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to play differently. So it all depends on where you go. You know what I'm saying? You could go into a situation where, you know what I'm saying, it's a bad organization and you a good quarterback. But if you can't change the culture by yourself, you know what I'm saying? It got to be some shit already established too. So
I agree. So let me ask you this: as a passer, do you feel like his game is good enough to excel in the next level? And then I allow TD to answer that. As a passer, we all understand he can run it through and throughout. So as a passer, do you think he's good enough to produce in the NFL?
Yeah, I absolutely. Absolutely. And the reason I could say that is because the program and the system that he in. You know what I'm saying? When in the 2000s, it was a quarterback system that was coming out of USC with Matt Leinart, JD Booty, Carson Palmer, you know what I'm saying? All these guys was coming out, right? You know what I'm saying? And they were all NFL ready, but you knew when they got to the NFL what you was getting. Somebody like me, I knew what they was going to be because how all of them produced. But if I see Jalen Hurts go to the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? I see Tua doing this thing with when he not injured, when he not catching the concussion, you know what I'm saying? They are getting the most out of them. These guys aren't like top-notch throwing quarterbacks, but they getting the most out of them. You know what I'm saying? So I can say, and they're both in good situations. If you go to a good situation, being an Alabama quarterback, you can be a star in the NFL. You can go win a ring. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. If you are NFL ready, and I feel like he is NFL ready.
Okay. Hey, TD, what you think? Does Miro passing pass the eye test for you to be successful in the league?
I think Red hit the nail on the head. As far as it depends on the situation he goes to. Athletically, and the skill wise, I think he's got the talent. Me personally, I want to see a little bit more because I don't think he'd be able to read coverages in the next level. I don't think he's ready yet. But the way the game has changed now, like if you watch a lot of the offenses in the NFL now, they've gone to the college playbook a lot. So they're spreading it out more. They're doing a lot of quick screens and stuff and quick plays. And it's not West Coast offense. It's like these little bubble screens, wide receiver screens, like these little quick plays they're trying to do more. It's more of like the college playbook where they spread it open a little more. So I believe he can. I believe a lot of quarterbacks can now because of the way the rules have changed and the way the game is played, the way we're protecting the quarterbacks too, the way defensive players can't, really the defensive backs can't do much with receivers. Like it's made for quarterbacks. And I believe, he can, he can do well at the next level, but it all depends on that on the situation he's in, depending on what team he's in, what the team is like that he's going on, as far as the offensive talent, their line, a lot of things play into the equation. Yes, he's got the talent. I believe he'll be a solid pro, but I need to see more. I don't know if he can read coverage as well. And I think that plays a part into it as far as being an NFL quarterback. You have to be able to read coverages. Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback, but I don't think he reads coverages well. He makes a lot of mistakes back there, but every time he's on the field, usually he's the best player or the best athlete on the field, and sometimes the best athlete on the field doesn't translate into being, a great quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You still got to kind of read coverages at times and make the right decisions, So, I agree with Red. I'm not hating on the kid. I think the kid is phenomenal. I think he's a phenomenal athlete. But I need to see a little bit more as far as like reading the coverages because college, the game is easy at this level when you're playing, sometimes you can play a lot of bad teams sometimes, and a lot of these kids, they're good athletes, but they're not as fast as in the NFL. Everybody in the NFL is pretty much faster than in the college game. It's a quicker game. So, I'm still, I don't know. I'm still up in the air with him. But I think he's a phenomenal athlete, and I think he could be good. But I just think he's got to read coverages a little bit better.
So right now, this article just got put out, and that was a great question from my boy Drosky. Pro Football Focus just put this article out, man. So right now, and this was 4 days ago, they got Jalen Miro projected at number 2 with the Miami Dolphins. I think if Miami was to draft him, bro, at number 2, and by the way, they got Travis Hunter going number 1 to Jacksonville. So if he goes to Miami, that's the perfect situation for him to succeed. You got Tyreek Hill over there. You got Waddle. Decent running game, decent defense. At any given time, Tua could possibly be hurt again. And I this is just me, man. I don't know. That's just a projection. That's just a mock draft. But anything can happen. I think if he does go to Miami, I think he will be all right. You know what I'm saying? Or Shador could take the number 2 spot. We never know, man. We still got a lot more college football left, man. But let's go ahead and transition to the NFL. Let's get into these recaps real quick.
Shador would be perfect in Miami. That's the perfect place for him.
For sure.
In Florida, it'll be perfect. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. Right now they got Shador at 20. They got Shador at 21 going to Las Vegas Raiders. So, like I say, it's just a mock draft. It can change. Players are gonna get moved around. I do think, you know what I'm saying, Shador, Jalen, Travis, Cam, all these dudes are first round picks. It's just like I say, it all depends on where they land. Who gonna, what I'm saying, who gonna be the number one pick, who gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, like all that good stuff. And like I say, we're gonna have conversations later on down the line about that. But let's get into some recaps, man. Last week, man, we had a bunch of good games. With with some of our favorite teams. Let's talk about Thursday night football, Monday night football. I think it's only right, man. Um, we did get to talk about the Monday night game, with Detroit and Seattle, which was a great game. I seen a lot of good things from both sides of the field, but from both sides of the Lions and the Seahawks, both teams did good things, but the Seahawks uh had some costly turnovers, man, and Detroit capitalized on it. Atlanta beat Tampa Bay as well. Uh, I got to give credit to my man Jared Goff though. A lot of people been sleeping on Goff, man, but my boy Goff was perfect in that game. He went 18 for 18. What was your thoughts, man? Watching that game Monday Night Football, man. Detroit and Seattle, man. Your Seattle Seahawks, they took their first L of the season, man. How you feeling about that game, TD?
I mean, it was a good game. I was happy with the loss because of the way they played. I thought they played hard. I thought they had chances to win the game or keep the game. I mean, the game was competitive, but defensively it was tough. They had challenges because they had a few guys out. I think Leonard Williams didn't play. Mafe didn't play. Junior Love got hurt. Your guy from Texas, Murphy, didn't play. I believe he's out again this week, which stinks because he's been great for us those first two games. So that gave him a little bit more time, the Golf more time. We couldn't put pressure on him.
Nah.
I think he was perfect for the day, which is crazy. The only incompletion I think was like a penalty, so they called it back. Julian Love got hurt. So I mean, I thought they competed well. Metcalf always drives me crazy. I mean, he's a great wide receiver. He's a great athlete. I love him because I think he's one of the best wide receivers in football, but he drops too many easy passes and he makes bonehead mistakes almost every game. And it just he frustrates.
Yeah.
Like the fumble was kind of not his fault, but you got to hold on to that ball. I mean, that was a big fumble. We were moving the ball well. We was ready to, score again before the half. And then before the half again, we had another opportunity to drop the easy first down. So but as far as like competing, I thought Seattle looked good. They did it. They have had an easy schedule the first three games, but you play who's on the schedule. You know what I'm saying? So this week they got an easy game. They're supposed to win today. They play the Giants. They got a couple people out. Leonard Williams be back, so he plays against his former team. So he knows that team well. So the Giants got some injuries too. That their wide receivers out, and their running back is out. I think Singletary's out too. Neighbors and Singletary. So this is a game they're supposed to win. But I'm liking the offense. Another reference to the college style offense. They got Grubb from the Washington Huskies as their offensive coordinator, and they've been opening up the playbook a little bit more. I would like to see them run the ball more with Walker. They tend to stop running the ball, and Walker looked good when he was running it. But, I want to see them run the ball well. Seattle's more known to be a running team, so.
Yeah.
But, I'm happy. I'm happy with the team. I can't lie, 3-1. This is big. We got what stinks is the schedule. We got 3 games in like 10 days, right? So they play Monday night. Now they play today, and then they play this Thursday against the Niners. That's tough.
Ooh.
3 games in 10 days. Is that 10 or 11 days? That's not easy. So, this is a must win, in my opinion. You got to beat this team at home and get ready for the 49ers Thursday.
Oh man, I can't. I hopefully you do a show, man, within these couple of more days, because I can't wait to hear you talk shit about the Niners.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to do one tomorrow, Tuesday.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be looking forward to that. Salute to my sister Queen, my boy ATX, Tay. I see y'all, man. For me, man, I picked Detroit, you know what I'm saying, to win, but Seattle really impressed me, man, with their grit. Seattle has always been a gritty, grindy, get it out the mud type team. just a lot of mistakes defensively. Costly turnovers, man. You know what I'm saying? When you playing a good team, man, you can't really turn the ball over like that for real. So I think that really kind of hindered them, you know what I'm saying, for really to really make a splash on Monday Night Football. Now, like I say, I still think Seattle is one of the best teams in the NFC. And we're gonna see what the Lions look like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what was both Lions and Seattle look like. I think come this time next month, maybe when we get towards the end of November, I think Seattle will be warming up. You know what I'm saying? Once we get to that second half of the season, you're gonna see a lot of teams ascend. You're gonna see a lot of teams fall. You know what I'm saying? But I think Seattle will be one of those teams that ascend. I'm gonna come to you, Drosky. What was your thoughts, man, on Monday Night Football with Detroit and Seattle?
Oh man, I think we all picked that motherfucker wrong, but hey,
I didn't. I got
Detroit shook back, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we said on the show. Detroit clearly the better team. They just haven't been showing it. And you know, last week on Monday, they got that motherfucker rolling. They was looking like the real Lions, you know what I'm saying? And that's what a nigga expect from the Lions. We just haven't been getting it. So it's no knock on us for not taking them. We just going off the recency. You know what I'm saying? What have you done for me lately? You know what I'm saying? And lately they wasn't cooking up too much nothing. But for Jared Goff to go fucking perfect, bro, to not have one completion is crazy, bro. That's crazy work. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how he was wrote off in LA. You know what I'm saying? They got them a quick bowl. But looking back, it's damn near like a stupid trade because look how healthy Jared Goff has been compared to Stafford. And I love Stafford. You know, I'm a Stafford guy.
Right.
But for the Rams to give up what y'all had to give up, y'all could have kept this man and really still been in that, you know what I'm saying, that Super Bowl window. You know what I'm saying? So it's really tough. But shout out to them Lions, bro. Shit, they did what they were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was kind of skeptical, even myself, because I haven't been seeing the same thing. Wasn't sure what they was doing wasn't sustainable. And Goff came back out and showed y'all I am the number one pick for a reason.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, so I like them, boy.
Nah, for sure, man. Let's talk about this Sunday night game because I picked the Monday night game right, but I was wrong on my Sunday night prediction. I rolled with Buffalo. I believe I know Dro had Baltimore, and I want to say TD had Baltimore as well, man. But this was a blowout. 25 points, man. Baltimore just ran it up on motherfucking on the Buffalo Bills, man. Goddamn me, Derrick Henry, man. Damn near 200 yards, man. 199 yards, man. He had a touchdown. Lamar Jackson had a touchdown. I mean, them boys just did their thing, man. Lamar Jackson had 2 passing touchdowns as well, man. Based off what y'all seen Sunday night with Baltimore, man, is the Baltimore Ravens back to the old Baltimore Ravens. What you got on that, TD? You on mute, bro. There you go.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I mean, they look solid. I mean, but that they have to go to what's been working, right? You know, I think they're trying to make Lamar like this pocket passer, but they keep forgetting about, you know, the run game. And I don't mean running the ball with just Lamar. They have to use their backs, and they got Henry for a reason. You know, it's so, you know, to run the ball, you know, not for Lamar to run the ball. You know what I'm saying? And whatchamacallit. So I think they look good running the ball. I was really back and forth with this game, and I think I took the Ravens last minute. Like, you know, everything told me to take the Bills, and then I said that's why I want to take the Ravens, and the Ravens won. I usually go with the opposite of what really looks good. But I can't remember what I took. I think I took the Ravens, but either way, the Ravens look good. You know, Buffalo was looking real good the previous weeks. But I think that's what they need to do. They need to go back to running the ball, establish the run, and use their tight ends a little bit more. Andrews hasn't really got going. And another guy that hasn't really got going too since maybe week one is Zay Flowers. They haven't really got him involved much either. I think he had like 4 targets the last game. So, I mean, if this is who the Ravens are, and this is who I think the Ravens are, which is run the ball first, and then build off play action and work the tight ends, and then eventually play action and get the deep ball going, then yes, this Raven team is serious. The defense has to play a little bit better. I think the defense is better than the way they played so far. So I mean, this was a really impressive win. It was. I don't like to say must wins early in the season, but to me, it was kind of like a must win. At home versus another playoff team. Because Buffalo's going to be in the playoffs, right? So, I mean, but this is the Ravens teams that we want to see. Or we feel like could be a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah. Salute Jim Brown. He said Lamar got to get it done this year. Who is they? I think when TD said they, he was referring to the Ravens, bro. He also say Lamar been scrambling a lot this year. That pocket passer talking point was last year. I think, man, listen, man, Lamar got to do what Lamar do, man. He got to mix it up. You know what I'm saying? If you really pay attention to Baltimore, man, they a run first team anyway. And then Lamar open up with the pass, but he can sit in the pocket, you know what I'm saying, and throw, but I think they gotta do what they sauce is, what their recipe is, man, and that's running the ball.
Yeah, I think what I'm sorry to interrupt, but Jim Brown's trying to what I'm trying to say is that the offense, the coordinator, they're trying to make Lamar something that I don't think he is. I think he could be a pocket player, but they're trying to really make him like straight, just like number one pocket, a pocket passer, than have him do what Lamar does. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like that's what the offense is trying to do, and I don't think they should do that. I think they should go back to what 503 is saying and stuff. They need to go to running the ball. So it's not. I'm not trying to say that that he's saying that the pass talker point was last year. No, that's what the offensive coordinator is trying to make him to be. And if you look at the playoff game where they lost to, that's what they were trying to make him to be. Let Lamar be Lamar, but use the backs, right? And that's why you got Henry. So you can establish the running game even more, and not risk injury with Lamar running the ball.
Nah, for sure. Dro, what you got on B More, man? You picked B More over Buffalo, man. You was absolutely right about the running game. 25-point skunk. They got their ass beat. You know what I'm saying? What was your take on watching it?
Man, kind of one of the ones I did get right of. Seeing it before it happened. Like Bills want to be. They like everybody been mentioning. The Bills want to be what Baltimore needs to be. A fucking run team. Run first, allow that to open up your pass game. And me taking this game, the same fact that TD said, he not forcing it to Lil Zay no more. They sticking with the run game, and that's when I knew, like, okay, when he started force feeding it downfield to Poe and Bateman and all that, that's not Lamar game. He's not. Like you said, they want to make him a pocket passer. They're going to get him out the NFL. You let him run around, force teams to have to stop the run, make teams have to adjust for the run, then he allowed the pass. You know what I'm saying? So Baltimore right on track. I figured they started out slow. They'll eventually get it going with the run game, and that's exactly what they did. You know what I'm saying? And the Bills, I don't know, man. They got banged up. Not only they got the ass whooped, but they lost a lot, like a few key starters in that game. Starting with an Ed Oliver, you know what I'm saying? The heart and soul of their front. He ain't playing this week. So I'm looking at Bills. Maybe we don't know what the Bills are. They looked good the first couple of weeks, but when we kind of dissect their opponents, we really don't even know what we're looking at, or we don't know how good they can be right now. So, like you said, we got to get a few more games going to just really see. But I saw what I really assumed that was going to happen, that Baltimore was going to run down their throat because they're extremely physical, extremely physical. So I feel like the way the Bills don't like the blitz and they stay home, I knew with them lighter boxes, Baltimore was going to destroy it. And just to see a 30-year-old Derrick Henry running it like he's still a fucking rookie, breaking them long-ass runs, as a Texan fan used to seeing from this overgrown person of a man. It's really good to see him do it on other goddamn teams. So to see he still got something in the tank, I think Baltimore didn't realize they have to run the ball and they got to get the big fella going, who's take the pressure off of Lamar to where he can get going. So I think they got a nice little rushing attack, which everybody assumed. But now I think they starting to hit their rhythm and they stride. So I think they up for me. I think they're gonna be hell to pay when you play them.
Nah, for sure. Yeah, JB, we did touch on the Vanderbilt Bama upset, man. You would have to rewind it, bro, and go back, man. But like Dro and TD, they broke that shit all the way down with Bama. Everybody, we cooked on Bama for a cool little minute. That's why we trying to get to the NFL, man. But yeah, we cooked on. We try to talk about college first, and then we go to the NFL. But yeah, man, everybody is talking about that Bama and Vanderbilt upset. You know what I'm saying? So you would have to just rewind it, bro. I mean, listen, man. I'm glad. I'm glad Baltimore put their pride to the side, man, and just you brought Derrick Henry in for a reason, man. That was one of the biggest trades. You know what I'm saying? And free agent moves all year, man. So I'm glad that it's finally starting to pay off. I'm gonna skip over a couple games, man. It ain't no really need to talk about the Vegas and Browns. I do want to talk about the Chiefs and the Chargers, man, because the Chiefs just lost another receiver in Rashawn Rice. I hear a lot of people trying to blame Patrick Mahomes and saying Rasheed Rice should be mad at Mahomes. And I listen, man. That was a football play. You know what I'm saying? Mahomes threw a pick, trying to, stop the guy from scoring. Accidentally, put his helmet into Rashawn's knee. You know what I'm saying? And causing him to have a ACL, MCL tear. Rice is out for the season. Another top receiver for the Chiefs is gone. It's a lot of speculation going on right now. Is the Chiefs that they're gonna try to bring in another receiver, Devontae Adams, and all this stuff like that, man. But they did still find a way to beat the Chargers, and they play Monday night against the Saints, which is gonna be a good game for both organizations. The Saints need to bounce back. I picked the Chiefs to win this game. I'm not surprised by the outcome. I am surprised by the injury though, but it's football. Shit happens. I'm gonna come back to you, Dro. What was your take on the Chiefs? Rice going down. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that play? You being a former player with a you had the ACL tear and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about all that, bro?
I'm not even gonna cap. I'm with the fans. Let's start with perspective.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes. Who the fuck you finna go tackle for one? Who the fuck you gonna catch on the pick six? Now you in the way. You ain't one of these quarterbacks where a nigga finna be mad at you or Patrick didn't chase him down. Patrick, this the type of shit. This is why a nigga don't want you to chase him down. You too valuable to the team. To even, what if that was your ass out for the season? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, bro. You did that shit. Get out of the way, man. And now, not only that, you done took one of your own weapons out. Where you already kind of short on weapons. You know what I'm saying? So I'm intrigued to see what the Saints, Dennis Allen, gonna try to cook up against y'all. But with fucking 15, if there's a will, there's a way. Mm-hmm. As long as they keep that dope crack, he gonna find it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for Cadillac Red in the New Orleans sanctuaries. They're gonna come out Monday night, and we gonna find out what's right or what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like he tripped out. But in the game, man, it's sometimes watching Mahomes, it's like teams try to find a way to lose. Instead of winning the game, it's like we find a way to lose. And it's like they blame the refs for the Chiefs. Bro, it's just the teams. Teams just, they get to play in the Chiefs and just start trying shit and really just get out of character. Chargers really had their game where they wanted it. But again, when it's time to press the gas, we're not pressing the gas. And you give Mahomes an inch of field, he gonna capitalize. So I'm intrigued to see because Rice was big with Hollywood Brown out. He was really big. So I think they kind of limit Kansas City, but I just think with some shit like that and the Reed in the lab cooking up all this run game, they might just run the fuck out of these people. You know what I'm saying? To have Patrick make a couple throws here and there, but I think they'll edge out the Saints maybe with a field goal with all the injuries and all the turmoil going on over there with the Chiefs. But I just think, man, 15, bro, he's special. You get tired of talking about him. He kind of getting like Michael. You know what I'm saying? Well, like it's getting boring because your situation. I'm just looking at what if everybody got to play the what if game. What if Patrick Mahomes was to get traded somewhere else? Do we see the same magician, or is it the Belichick Brady where we just a perfect marriage, and once we divorce, it may be one sided? So I'm just curious to see them how they continue to battle with all the injuries and all the obstacles they dealing with. But I ain't gonna lie, I still want to take them over the Saints, and I like the Saints. It ain't even no diss to the Saints. It's just they secondary scares the shit out of me. And they actually playing good right now. Shout out to Tyrann Mathieu, who's still acting like he won them ones.
For sure.
But I think that game was just who wanted it more. And I thought the Chargers would come in and want it more, but you get 15 that action, he gonna be more than old Jackson. So hey, I just gotta give it to him. He gonna find a way. If there's a will, Patrick gonna find a fucking way. So that's my take on the Chargers. Y'all had the game, and like a swisher, you blew the shit.
Yeah. Salute to my brother Mahari Nation. Queen 71 say that's what we do. We find a way to win. My boy Mahari say the Saints suck. Cadillac Red need to sit down somewhere. The Saints are trash. Okay, man. You talking real spicy, man. I know your team, they looking unbeatable, unfuckwittable right now. You know what I'm saying? So you keep popping your shit, Mahari. Your day gonna come. TD, what you got on the Chiefs and the Chargers, man? And Rashawn Rice going down, bro.
Well, I got a couple things. So one, I got to disagree with Drosky because, like, I understand what you're saying. Mahomes is valuable. Who are you going to tackle? And stuff like that. But, I don't know how the team is as far as personally and as far as like, if I was on the team, like you respect a guy more when he goes up and wants to make a tackle for your team and stuff like that. So I think it was just a freak accident. And it's like 503 saying it was a football play. He was trying to make a play and it was an accident. I mean, it was unintentional. I feel bad for Rice. I don't want to see nobody get hurt, even if they do play for the Niners, So, I mean, this is their job. You know what I'm saying? So I never wish injury on anyone. Do I pump the fist a little bit when somebody gets hurt, on a rival team? All right. Yeah, I do. But I never wish injuries. It was a freak. It was kind of like a freak accident, So, I mean, and I applaud Mahomes for trying to make a play off a bad throw. And speaking of bad throws, Mahomes has not played well, right? The Chiefs are winning mostly because of their defense. Their defense has been solid this year. The last game against the Chargers, I believe they stuffed the run. Dobbins had like only 35 yards and like 12, 13 carries, something like that. They only threw for like 150 yards. I think they had only like 200 something yards of total offense, like low 200s, So, Mahomes had a touchdown. He threw a terrible pick, and he tried to make a play on that. That was a terrible pass. He hasn't really played well. Now the Saints has been playing, they've been playing all right. I'm picking the Saints. I know we didn't get to the pick'ems yet, but I'm picking the Saints. I know Mahari's talking trash about the Saints. His Vikings right now, they got a nice lead on the Jets. But yeah, I like the Saints this week. I like the Saints coming in. There's a lot of injuries, not just Rice. They lost a running back. It's going to be how far can the Kansas City defense take this team right now, until they get situated with, the injured players coming back, or if they do make the move for Adams, which would be a big move. Kelsey's got to play a lot better. They got to get him in the offense more, which they did the last game. The first 3 games, Kelsey wasn't really relevant, right? So, but I think you got to credit the defense for Kansas City has been played phenomenal. I think that's the focus point. I think that's the part that's really carrying this Chiefs their Super Bowl run, right? Because, eventually the offense is going to click, and that's scary. If the defense could play this well and then the offense gets as good as it can be. So, that's all I pretty much got to say on that. But I think the Chiefs is mainly their defense, but I'm picking them to lose this week. And I can't wait to see what hear what Cadillac Red has to say about it.
Yeah. Okay, Mahari, man. Now you really starting to get on my nerves, bro. Like for real. I've been trying to let you make it, G, but you talking real tough, man. I'm telling you, Mahari, the Vikings are gonna disappoint you, man. Talking about you gonna be here when the Vikings lose, man. We'll go ahead and get you a nice, comfortable chair. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite beverage, you know what I'm saying, and your favorite snack, bro. Cause you're gonna be right here. Come December. We're gonna have a nice conversation about these Vikings. Trust me. I'm documenting everything because you've been talking real tough, man. It's ironic. You start popping up when the Vikings beat my Texans in a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Now you here today talking about you gonna be here when the Vikings lose. I know the Vikings is beating the New York Jets and it's Aaron Rodgers. And listen, man, the Jets lost to the Broncos last week, my guy. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's see what these Vikings do in a couple more weeks, man. Let's see. We gonna see, man. But nah, man, it's all fun and games, man. My heart ripping for his team. I ain't mad at you, G. Keep doing your thing. All right, moving right along. Like I say, we're gonna skip over a couple of games, man. But this one game I do want to talk about, and that's the Commanders, bro. The Commanders versus the Cardinals last week. I did pick Jaden Daniels. This was another one I got right. Jaden Daniels, man, he been balling, bro. He been balling. It's looking real good for the Commanders right now. I know D Free is happy is a happy Commanders fan, man. I know all them guys up there in that DC DMV area that you know what I'm saying they real happy with what they getting right now. Let me say this. Jaden Daniels, bro, he's the best rookie right now. It's not up for debate no more. I know people want to see Caleb Williams, Bo Nix and all these other guys. You know what I'm saying? But right here, right now, man, it's Jaden Daniels, bro. It's not even much close, man. LSU, Heisman. What we talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? They got the win last week over the Arizona Cardinals, man. I don't know what's really going on with Kyler Murray. They've been looking a little stagnant on offense, man. Really couldn't get shit going last week, man. They only threw for like 100 yards. They got sacked 4 times. The line ain't really been holding up for the Cardinals. I'm gonna come to you, Droski, man. Are you sold on Jaden Daniels, man, and the Commanders, man? Now, a lot of and I really want to hear what you got to say, because a lot of people are comparing him to your boy, man, old CJ. You know what I'm saying? Old Selma. They say he looking Stroud-ish like out there. You know what I'm saying? I think CJ. He made it tough for these rookie quarterbacks, man. But if anybody is walking a mile in them Stroud Air Forces right now, I would have to give it to Jaden Daniels. What's your take on Jaden Daniels right now, man?
My take is real simple. And when you think about it, it's going to bing, ring a bell. Am I sold on Jaden Daniels? To a degree, I am. But you know what I'm really sold on? What? Cliff motherfucking Kingsbury. Cause that's the motherfucking man with the motherfucking plan. Now, up to this point, we got to see him work with some outstanding quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes of the world. Goddamn Kyler Murray. He didn't when he was over there with the Cardinals was making it to the playoffs, my boy. Everybody criticized, okay, he's immature, he's too young, he's not a head coach. And to some of them points, you absolutely right. But when it comes to that offense and calling the motherfucking plays and coming up with the motherfucking schemes for young quarterbacks, I feel like he's the young guru. Like if you do your homework on Cliff Kingsbury and them young quarterbacks, he know how to dumb that playbook down to where he got Jaden Daniels playing like better than he was at LSU right now. And with Jaden ability, and this is what I was saying, this is kind of my point about Jalen Milroe. Watching him at LSU, you can clearly see the accuracy was there.
Yeah.
Short, intermediate, deep ball, the accuracy. And that's what I don't really see in Miro on no system. Like, even the Dolphins shit, like Mike McDaniels, bro, you gotta have accuracy. Tua might be banged up and weak as a motherfucker, but he's accurate when he got his shit together, he 5,000 yards, he leading the league in stats because that offense require of an accurate guy. So I don't see that for Miro, but in a Jaden Daniels, you saw that on tape. You saw that at LSU. The concerns for him was the Bryce Young. Is he too small? Is he too frail? Is he tough enough? Will he able? And we still got some time to see. But right here, right now, I think Cliff Kingsbury is the unsung MVP behind the Jaden Daniels success. I don't think Jaden Daniels has that success without Cliff Kingsbury because I look at it as if you swap QBs and you put Caleb Williams over there with Cliff, and that's another guy he coached too. He had he had Coach Caleb Williams as well.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say, let's switch roles. If Jaden Daniels gets sent to Chicago and Caleb Williams go to Commanders, can you see Caleb doing the same type of shit?
Nah, for sure. That's a good point. I think you would.
Or we don't even have to switch roles. They just switch OCs. Send that Bears nigga to Arizona and send Cliff Kingsbury over there to the Bears. They, with all the weapons and the ring game that they got, Caleb will be looking like that guy. So sometimes we got to get a credit to the guys behind the scenes. And I think in this Jaden Daniels situation, he's going to go as far as Cliff Kingsbury can take him. So I do think, as long as that marriage in place, I think Daniel's going to have a great start to his career, for sure.
TD, what you got on Jaden Daniels, man? You sold on Jaden Daniels, or is it the system? How you feel, man?
I think Drosky hit the nail on the head. That's crazy. I mean, Kingsbury's a great, terrible head coach, but a great offensive coordinator because he's been doing it since college. He was a quarterback with Texas Tech, right? And then he became an offensive coordinator. Then he was a head coach in like two schools, right? And then he got fired from both schools. And then I was shocked when he even got hired as the Arizona coach because I think he had just gotten fired from the pros as a head coach. And then Arizona hired him, and I guess that was because he had a connection with Kyler Murray. But yeah, he's a great offensive mind, and great offensive coordinator, especially guys that played the position as quarterback. They know what it's like. They see the field, they see the coverages, they know what they want to do, and before it happens, right? So yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head as far as the offensive coordinator. As far as switching between Jaden and Caleb, like I think Jaden is a better athlete than Caleb Williams, and I think he has a better mindset than Caleb Williams. After this guy won the Heisman, he won it his freshman sophomore year. He's kind of digressed, right? He didn't have a good year in USC last year, So and his mindset is different. Like when he came out, he was like he want to have percentage ownership of the team and stuff like that. I didn't like that. Like you didn't even play a snap in the NFL, and you're already talking crazy. So I think Jaden Daniels is a special talent. So and I think part of it, is the offensive coordinator. Another guy from the college ranks that I was saying earlier. Bringing that offensive that college playbook to the pros. And he's played well and he plays hard. I think he runs better than Caleb as well. And like you were saying earlier, he's by far the rookie of the year right now, and it's not even close. So I think it's a little bit of both. I don't want to, because when we give credit to like the offensive coordinator and the coaches, we kind of discredit the athlete and the player a little bit, and I don't want to do that. I think, and I'm not saying that anybody here has done that. So I want to praise him, praise what he's doing, because he's still got to make the throws, he's still got to make the plays, and what the stats show and what the games show is that he's not missing targets, right? He broke a record for completion, right, in the first 4 games, as a rookie, and I don't know, even as a player, I'm not sure, but his stats say it all. And sometimes stats are misleading, but if you watch the game, he's hitting his targets, he's making the right decisions. So so it's a little bit of both, and I think the marriage is a good point, and I'm with it. I agree. So I think he's special, and I think he's looking to win Rookie of the Year, barring any setbacks. So I mean, we're still early in the year, but I think he's the real deal.
Nah, for sure, man. The homie JB disagree wholeheartedly, man. He say, "Come on, man. Hell no. Caleb do dumb stuff. Caleb IQ is terrible, man. So he is not sold on the swap."
Yeah,
okay.
I agree.
he not sold on it. Okay, man. Like I say, we still got a lot of football left, man. Like I say, to me right now, man, Jaden Daniels is the best rookie. Can we all agree on that? I just think he's better than all these guys right now. It ain't even close. Yeah, it's not even close, bro. Yeah. I mean, Dro, would you disagree with that? Do you feel like he the best? Is he the best rookie right now? Offensive rookie playing? I mean, is he offensive rookie of the year like CJ was last year? What's your take on that? Oh shit! You on mute if you there, bro. Okay, he might have stepped away for a little minute. The homie say, he say y'all crown these players too early. I'm not crowning them, bro. He's just the best right now, bro. Tell me, okay, tell me, JB, who else right now in the NFL that's a rookie on offense that's doing better than Jaden Daniels? Just tell me.
I don't think you can name one, bro. I'm saying?
Receivers playing
I don't
well,
think.
but
Yeah, like boy Jacksonville, he looking pretty good. Out of LSU, Thomas looking good.
Played well. I even like the kid McConkey's played pretty well too in the couple games. So
yeah, he not a slouch. He been looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm more so intrigued on the rookie side. A lot of the defensive guys are really, really looking good. But defense really don't get the no notoriety. But if you really basing it defensively, who's outstanding as a rookie is really the defensive guys. But they got to rack up the stats for them to get some clout. But right here, right now, it's safe to say Jaden Daniels is the guy for sure, for sure.
Nah, for sure, man. Okay, the homie say he's the best. Okay, so you can't say we crowning him and then back door and say he the best, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just stating the obvious. You know what I'm saying? And like the bro said, is I mean the defensive guys, they probably won't start getting their full recognition towards the end of the season when all the stats and stuff have accumulated. You know what I'm saying, in their favor. But I just feel like JD is the best guy right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, Caleb Williams can make a comeback. Malik Neighbors can make a comeback. Doomsday can make a comeback. You know what I'm saying? It's Bo Nix can start balling. He didn't, he then got 2 good wins for himself. You know what I'm saying? So a lot can happen. Like I say, bruh, we only listen, dog. We are only in what? This is week 6, week 5 of the NFL. Yeah, bro. Like this week, this week 5, bro. So we not even halfway through the season, bro. Like it's not gonna really start getting interesting till by week 10, week 11, week 12. Like we pretty much like only a quarter into the season. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta start having these conversations early, you know what I'm saying? And documenting, how we feeling about the league and the players and the teams and stuff. That's why I say these shows is very, very important when we go live and talk about this. When TD do his show and he talking about it with his guys, it's important, you know what I'm saying? Because we watching, we evaluating, and we fans of this shit, and we love the game on college and the pro level. So, you know what I'm saying? We got to get these guys they flowers, and right now Jaden Daniels is that guy. Okay, man, like I say, we're gonna move right along. I'm not gonna talk about the 49ers and the Patriots. I want to talk about the Eagles though, man. The Eagles, and Buccaneers. You know what I'm saying? Even though the Buccaneers did lose Thursday night, that's a week 5 game. We still on week 4. I want to ask y'all, man, with all these losses right now that the Eagles are taking, they 2-2. Can the Eagles turn their season around, man? I know they got a lot of injuries right now. Lane Johnson, AJ Devontae. I'm gonna ask you, Droski. Can the Eagles, man, make a turnaround, man? Like, how you feeling right now about the Eagles, man? They play Cleveland today. This should be a winnable game for them, man. But what's your thoughts on the Buccaneers and the Eagles, man? And how you feeling about the Eagles right now? Droski, you there? You on Droski G? You on mute, my guy? If you there. Okay, he oh, there you go. Go
I'm
ahead.
on there. What you had said, I couldn't hear because my headphones switched over.
Oh man, I was asking about the Eagles and the Buccaneers, but right here, right now, man, my boy Aaron Rodgers, he just went down and he grabbing on his leg, man. So it ain't looking good for the Jets right now. But yeah, what's your take on them Eagles, man, and Buccaneers? How you feeling about the Eagles? Can they turn it around?
Man, I've been battling with these Eagles, man. I can't. If they had a grade, it'll be an incompletion. Like they basically are INC right now. We don't know with the receivers out if that's another reason to help their offense continue to be staggering. So they're gonna pretty much run the ball, but that's really all they really got right now. You know what I'm saying? The defense of the Super Bowl defense that we speak so often about in recent memory, they haven't been looking good at all. Let's just call a spade a spade. They didn't look good at all. And so I'm curious because, honestly, they not bad enough for you to just count them out, but you can't expect them to drop it to a lesser team. And so I think just with it in the hat, I think he just deserved that opportunity. And an understanding that the man only, like, been doing what he can do. Like, he's another example of Jalen Miro. I go back to them running ass quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts didn't become Jalen Hurts till he went well. Oklahoma. Jalen Hurts he fucking around when he got drafted coming out of Alabama if he would have stayed. It wasn't until he went to Oklahoma and he bumped into the right guy that was going to help him and emphasize passing. And I think that's just what it is right now. I think the Eagles are a below average team right now. Until they get back healthy, it's no reason that they're giving up as much rushing yards that they're doing. It's just like y'all have big Jordan Davis. Y'all have so many big guys up on that front that supposed to be really, really like that. And so far, so not good. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure with the Eagles. I'm definitely not sure on Hurts. I don't know what he's going through. I don't know if he's not feeling the coordinator, the coach. Right now, he just don't have no feeling. So we probably have to revisit this one once we get a feel of, okay, if the Eagles healthy. Now, they did pull out a win last week with the guys being up.
Now the Eagles lost to the Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah, I'm tripping. This week. They just played, right? Yeah. Thursday night.
Yeah, but they lost to the Eagles lost to the Bucs Sunday too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Making them rip them apart.
Yeah, but then the Bucs came back and lost Thursday to Atlanta.
Yeah, so that's the Bucs. Okay. Because I'm like, damn, they just played, but that was the Bucs played back to back. Okay, so yeah, the Bucs got popped by the ATL, Kirk Cousins and them. Okay, yeah. Man, I don't know. I'm not really like they say it's too early in the season to write off the Eagles, but I just feel like they just in no man's land. They don't have no chemistry, no swagger. Defense giving up unlikely plays that they used to give up. I mean, I don't know about the Eagles right now, to be honest. They just gotta maybe get some injuries back, and then we'll be able to really evaluate them. But right now, with the injuries out, they just kind of below 500 team to me right now.
Nah, for sure, man. Now on your show, TD, you got a whole lot of Eagles fans on your with your crew, man. How is it looking right now for the Eagles in your opinion, man? And their loss to the Buccaneers, man. Can they bounce back?
So I have one good friend of mine. He's a big Eagles fan, and we have another. Marky Dan is the other Eagle fan, but I don't know him like that. But my friend that I know personally, he's a big Eagles fan, and what they're saying from him and a lot of Eagle fans is they're sick of Sirianni. They're sick. He's terrible. He's terrible. They don't like him as a coach. The play calling is terrible. And when you look at that game against the Bucs, and if you look at a lot of the Eagle games, they're not putting pressure on the quarterback. The defensive line has not put no pressure on the quarterback. They're not getting sacks. They got the kid. What was the kid? That I thought was a steal of the draft. He's not played well this year so far. He started off good last year. Was it from Georgia? I can't get his name. The defensive lineman that there was a steal of the draft, in my opinion, 2 years ago. I can't. But the bottom line is they're not putting pressure on the quarterback. Mayweather had a field day, threw like over 340 yards, right? And the Eagles are not running the ball. They keep passing the ball. They were without their two best receivers. AJ wasn't playing. Devonta Smith wasn't playing, and they're still throwing the ball. He had like 30 attempts. And look at Saquon's rushing stats: 10 carries for 80 yards. That's 8 yards a carry. Why are they not running the ball? So that's what they need to run the ball more. But I think Sirianni is pass heavy, and I think I think he's the play caller too, right? He's the head coach, and I think he calls the plays also. So, which is a conflict of interest, right? So I don't know. I think that's what I hear from Eagle fans. As far as like it's the head coach, they're sick of him, So I mean, the bye week couldn't have come soon enough. I don't like the early bye weeks, right? So they got to bye this week. So
they don't got to bye.
They're not playing this week, are they? I think they're off this week.
Nah, they play the Browns.
No, Washington.
No. Nah, you're right, bro. They got to buy.
Yeah, they got to buy. Yeah. That's what I said. They got to buy
right.
because they were saying that the bye week couldn't have come early enough, so they could rest the guys that are hurt and hopefully have them back next week. I'm not a fan of the early bye week because now you got to play the rest of the year now without a rest. But I guess for them it's good. So the Eagles, to me, their defense is the worst part of it. I think the offense, it can get better. They have the talent on offense to get better, but defensively, they just don't look good at all. Right, the secondary, which was once supposed to be good, Slay's been getting beat. He got beat the other like a few weeks ago against what was it against Minnesota? I think it was against Minnesota, right? He got burned. I don't know. I think the Eagles they're on the decline, especially with Washington playing a lot better now. And they're fortunate that it's only Washington. They're 3-1. The Cowboys haven't played well either, so they're fortunate to still be in it. The Giants are not a good team. So. I still think they can make the playoffs, but they just overall the Eagles do not look good at all, especially defensively.
Okay. All right, man. Let's keep it pushing, man. Let's go ahead and get to the motherfucking the Texans and the Jaguars, man. The Texans and the Jaguars. This was a good win for us, man. Like I say, we sitting pretty nice right now in our division. We beat two divisional opponents. You know what I'm saying? Week 1, we took down the Colts. This last week we took down the Jaguars. A lot of people, they want to give credit to CJ Stroud and his game-winning drive, which was clutch. It was key. I'm not gonna lie, man. But I gotta give credit to Caleb Bullock, man. You know what I'm saying? One of our steals in the draft, and bro was spot on with what he said in regards to the couple of defensive players we took You know what I'm saying? He got that key stop for us. You know, he pushed the runner out of bounds, and you know, we was able to do a goal line stance, and you know, defense just stood the fuck up, man, and we was able to get the ball back and go down there and score, and giving CJ Stroud an opportunity to you know, win a game for us, man, and they definitely did that. But like I say, it's the same problems, you know what I'm saying, week to week with the Texans, bro. I think we're a good balanced team. I think can do what CJ do. He can give you, you know, 300, 400 passing yards easy. He can throw multiple touchdowns to multiple guys. Um, but it's really much for me. It's been the same thing with the Texans, bro. Just injuries and penalties like that. That's been our main kryptonite for this year. Last year was more so the injuries, but like the injury bug is creeping back up on us. Um, we got a couple of key players out. You know what I'm saying? Like I know my boy Al Shear. He playing despite his little sickness. We don't have Titus Howard, one of our key linemen. He not playing it today. I don't know about Joe Mixon. I don't know if he playing today. I don't know if Damian Pierce is playing. Hopefully, you know, we at least have one of those running backs, if not both of them. But yeah, man, for me, even with the Texans, like just being unbiased as possible, they just still finding ways to win. It haven't been dominant. It haven't been pretty. Um, but you know, when you are playing a divisional opponent, you know what I'm saying, shit like that, it's always tough games in your division. You know what I'm saying? We just seen the Saints in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying, what they did Thursday night, man. So that, you know, when you playing in a division, it's always gonna be a tough game. Dro, what you got on the Texans this week, man? Last week, how you feel about the Jaguars and them beating the Jaguars? How you feel about that? You on mute if you talking, bro. Okay, what you got on that, TD?
I haven't seen much of the game, but I know they got injuries. Higgins is not playing again today. I think Pierce may play today, but I think they got Cam Akers is going to start today. I just think they haven't really clicked on all cylinders yet offensively. Tank Dell been playing banged up too. I think I don't know if he played last week. I don't think he played last week either. So that was another injury. I think he's supposed to play today. But yeah, I don't think on offense they click. I think defensively they played all right. I think they've been solid. I know, like you said, they got a couple injuries on D as well. But I think you know, being 3-1 and being in that position, I think that's good, right? You know, like it could be worse. You could be 1-3 and have those injuries. Like, so like you have room for error, you know, as far as, you know, as the season progresses, you know. And I think they're getting better and better offensively at clicking. You know, Nico had a monster game last week. You know, Nico's just been a monster. Period. I didn't think he was going to be this good when he came into the pros. I thought he was going to be good, right? Because he was a good receiver in Michigan. But he's a monster. He's definitely, you know, number one. You know, Diggs is there. You know, Diggs is good. You know, as far, you know, the only problem with Diggs is just, you know, the morale, right? Is the team morale, you know, because he could be a little bit of a head case as far as, like, you know, with his teammates and stuff. So if I'm a Texas fan, I got nothing to worry about. You know, I think I know this team is good. I know this team is going to most likely win the division, that they're a playoff team. You know, it's a matter of how they click and going forward, you know, towards the end of the year. If they, you know, they're hot at the end of the year, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm a Texans fan, I'm not worried. I think, you know, there's nothing to worry about as a Texans fans. The talent is there, the coaching is there, and it's going to get better. You know what I'm saying? And they're 3-1. So I know there's a couple bumps in the road. There's been some, you know, a couple ugly wins. You know, I thought they were going to blow out Jacksonville, and Jacksonville kept it tough, and, you know, Jacksonville competed, you know, so but yeah, I didn't really see much of the game, so that's why I don't want to, you know, really try to overanalyze something I didn't watch. But I just, you know, speaking about the talent, that I know that's there, and then the injuries that I know. Like I know Higgins is definitely out today, so Cam Akers is a solid back. Cam Akers has always been good. It's just with Cam Akers, it's just him with injuries. He's been injury prone, right? So he was good with the Rams when he was healthy. So so it's nothing to worry about there. I think the Texans, if you're a Texans fan, it's nothing to worry about.
Nah, for sure. Drosky G, you there, my boy? My boy probably then crashed out and fell asleep, man.
Nah, my phone. I got my headphones in, and every time, like when I mute, it's switching back and forth. So I'm talking, but it ain't. Is in my headphone, bro. But yeah, man,
Okay.
it's time we for real. Like TD said, man, we're a good team who haven't put it together in all three phases. We've been shooting our own big toes off with the damn penalties, pre-snap penalties. We converting fucking 3rd and 19s and 3rd and 21, but we can't goddamn get a positive play on first down. I think D is coming this one, anticipated as want to have a big game, but I don't think he's gonna go crazy. I just think he's gonna make a couple plays and we'll get the dub. I think it's the same thing. Like Houston, we playing a team that's they just like us. You know what I'm saying? They 3-1, we 3-1. They got a quarterback that's can. We got a quarterback that's can. They defense pretty good. Our defense pretty good. So this is the matter of who wanted more. I mean, we all get paid, but who gonna go the extra green mile? So I'm cool with the Texans. I think the penalties and shit, they're just something they gotta clean up if the fans want to see a high powered Texan game. Now, what I do notice the last 2 weeks, we fucking missed Tank. Tank didn't play for the last 2 games. And you can kind of see it. You want to know why? Because Nico getting everything. And that's a good thing and a bad thing, because if they did it, what do you think the team gonna do next week? They're gonna try to double Nico. We need Tank and Diggs. The shit gotta all work together with a real run game. And I think with Ed Oliver out, the other defensive starting defensive tackle out, you got to run right at their head, bro.
Is Mixon playing today?
Mixon is out. Damon Pierce is a game time this season. Only nigga for sure is Akers.
Okay. Yeah, that's fucked up. All right, man. Let's get into some of these pick'ems this week. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Ravens Bengals. Who you got? Ravens Bengals, bro.
Who, me?
Yeah.
The Ravens Bengals. We can go quick. We can go real quick. Ravens Bengals. I'm gonna ride with the high hand. The Ravens is rolling.
Okay. What you got, TD?
Yeah, this is a tough game at Cincinnati. Cincinnati hasn't won at home. They're 1-3. I'm gonna take the Bengals. I think the Bengals finally get a home win. I think they win today.
Okay. Let's go Texans Bills, man. Who you got in that game, TD?
This is another tough game. Bills coming off a bad loss. But I like the home team in this game. I like the Texans, and they're gonna build this game as a potential playoff matchup. So both teams are going to be playing hard as if it was a playoff game. But I'm going to go with the Texans. I like the Texans this game.
Okay, man. I got the Ravens and I got the Texans, of course, man. What you got? What you got on them Bills and Texans, bro?
You can hear me? Yeah. I'm gonna ride with Houston, but it won't be an easy game. Everybody waiting for us to put up 50 on somebody or some shit. We're happen to just win, baby, win. We just want to win, baby. I think the Bills coming in a little injured, a little banged up. I think that'll help to the success. If the Texans can find some sort of a run game, like Baltimore did, I think we have enough. We know we can needle the thread on them with the passing game, but the run games makes the game a lot more complete. So if the Texans get the run game going today with Ed Oliver out, the other tackle out, they missing a couple other pieces, They should be victorious on Sunday Night Football.
The Bills suspended Von Miller, right? Is Von Miller not playing? Right?
And Von Miller, yeah, he out. I don't know. I think he put PEDs. He been taking that shit. Yeah, he been taking that shit.
This will be the second time.
Yeah, he need to retire. He just stealing money at this point.
Okay, man. We got Sunday Night Football, man. Cowboys Steelers, man. TD, what you got?
Another tough game. I'm not convinced on the Steelers yet. You know, and just full disclosure, I'm a Steeler hater. So I'm not so, but I'm.
No, we already know. We already know.
The Cowboys have not played well either. It's in Pittsburgh, right? I think it's in Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I'm gonna take the Cowboys today.
No Micah, no D Lawrence. You going with the Cowboys? Okay.
I'm going the Cowboys because I just don't have faith in Fields. You know, so let's see what Fields can do. Fields should be able to put up points today. But I think the Cowboys are going to put up points as well. I don't know. I'm going with the boys. It's just a gut feeling. Everything says Steelers, you know, in a night game in Pittsburgh. You know, it's a tough place to win at. You know, and I would love to see them lose. So I'm just going to go with the Cowboys off of hate.
Now, I mean, your Steelers hate have been working in your favor because you picked against the Steelers last week and you was right. What you got on there, Dro? Cowboys Steelers, man, at Pittsburgh. No D Lawrence, no Micah. The Cowboys is missing a couple of pieces, man. What you got?
I think the Cowboys will turn to the cheerleading cowgirls because I don't see them doing the goddamn thing today. And I think Justin Fields gonna come in with the right recipe. They're gonna come down. They're gonna run the ball, bro. I don't see Pittsburgh trying to pull a Lamar, turn them to a pocket pass. I see Pittsburgh playing stiff, good defense. Now, again, I'm not sold on Pittsburgh, but in this game, I think they can put a drive or two together to pop the Dallas because Dallas just not showing any consistency. And then with D Lawrence and Mike out, this is probably in real life, this is a game the fucking Cowboys probably win because you don't know what to expect. You have no expectations. This one, they just soar. And Monday, they be talking about the Cowboys are back. So I take the safe pick. I'm going to trust TJ Watt and them, even though they didn't look good as a defense last week. I don't even want to say it. I'm taking them because of the defense. I'm just taking them because I know when soon you expect Dallas to win, they don't. So just on the history and the biasness of Dallas, I'm going to take the Steelers in this one. And hopefully Justin Fields prove me right.
Yeah, I got the Steelers as well, man. I'm not fucking with Dallas, man. The defense been looking horrible, man. The offense is one-dimensional. They can't run the ball. They want Dak to drop back 30 times and pass it, and bad things happen with that formula. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got the Steelers as well. Monday Night Football, man. We got the Saints and the Chiefs. This is gonna be a good one. The Saints got to come to Arrowhead. Saints ain't been looking too good. 2 tough losses back to back. They lost against the ATL. They lost to the Buccaneers as well. You know what I'm saying? Of course, man, I gotta ride with Kansas. Banged up and all, like bro was saying earlier about Mahomes, man. He Jordan like he just find a way to win. What you got on there, Droski? Queen say
you can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what you had said?
Nah, what you got on them Saints and them Chiefs Monday night?
Yeah, man. That one is more tricky than people giving it credit, bro. Because it's so easy to just pick the Chiefs, bro. But the only problem is Red Saints just unfucking predictable, man. It's like soon I want to claim them, they get the tripping.
Nah, for sure.
But I look at it, if the fucking Saints can get Kamara going, like they haven't got Alvin really going since week 1 against Dallas or whoever the fuck they played.
Yeah.
Like if they can get going, if they can get Alvin going, get the ground game going, take the game out of Derek Carr's hands. You know what I'm saying? If Derek Carr can be a game manager and now the rest of your shit working, y'all got action. But if you got Derek out here putting his cape on, they're in trouble, bro. It's just that simple.
Nah, for sure, man. And that's another reasons why I man, these last two games I picked the Saints and they lost. So I can't go
Right. I'm like, I can't, I'm fuck the same. And
yeah.
so this the type of games though that they're gonna fucking win. This will fuck my picks up. Cause I know this is just like college. Nobody in America, when they went picked the big noon kickoff games and everybody picked Alabama. Nobody on the panel gave Vanderbilt a shot. This that type of shit. Saints gonna come out and have a game. So fuck it, I'm gonna roll with the Saints. We lose, we lose. Cause it's just too predictable to take the Chiefs, knowing everything they're going with, and they probably gonna win. But shit, this is the Saints. They the old Texans. They win games they have no fucking business winning. But the games, the gimme games, you just expect them to just go roll tide. They get the ass whooped. So I'm gonna go with the upset because this the upset weekend, I'm guessing. So far, this has been an upset weekend. So I'm gonna keep the trend going, and I'm gonna take the Saints by 3.
TD, what you got, man?
Great pick. I already said it earlier. I already said I was going to take the Saints, and I'm not changing. I like the Saints exactly. One of the reasons is what Drosky just said. Everything looks too easy for the Chiefs to win. Kind of the Pittsburgh game too with the Cowboys. Like it's like the easy pick, right? Only 2.5 point favorites. This game, the
you
Chiefs
totally right. That's the same vibe that it give me the fucking Steelers game. You right, bro. Real talk.
It just looks too good to be true. But here's a couple things I'll just throw in there. Carr, right? He's got to be a game manager. Well, Carr has played the Chiefs. He's been in Arrowhead when he played with the Raiders, and he has beaten the Chiefs before, right? And he's been competitive against the Chiefs. Mind you, it may not be the same team, but he's comfortable playing there, right? I think the Saints go in. The Saints go in knowing the Chiefs defensively are good. They're going to go and try to establish a run, not make turnovers. That's key. No turnovers, you win this game. They already know the offense of Kansas City is banged up, right? The Chiefs' defense is played solid. Hey, listen, the Chiefs are 2-2. They could easily be 4-0. They've been competitive in both of those losses. Those were very close games that they could have won. So the Chiefs are going to come in there, facing, we're playing the Super Bowl champs, right? Everybody wants to beat the Super Bowl champs too. That's another thing. All these, the intangibles, right, that is there, for the Saints to win. I love the Saints to pull the upset this week. I love it. I love the Saints not only to cover the spread, to win outright. I think the Saints win, and that'll be the last of the undefeated teams, right? How many? Oh, the Vikings. The Vikings right now in a close one. So yeah. So I think the Chiefs get a loss this week. I like the Saints straight up as the underdog of the week.
Nah, for sure, man. A lot of upsets have been happening, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs lose this week. It wouldn't surprise me not one bit. Let me see what other game I want to talk about. Let me see what else we got. The Colts and the Jaguars, man. That's a divisional game for us. Anthony Richardson is hurt once again. The Jaguars is 0-4. Sheesh. Yeah, and Joe Flacco is the backup. So yeah, I definitely gotta go with the old Colts in this one, man. You know what I'm saying? Old Flacco gonna get them home. What you got on there, Dro? That's a division game for us.
Shit, you said it out for me. Richardson out, Flacco in. Shit, give me Flacco for the 100. Goddamn Flacco took over the game last week. Pittsburgh was going to win that game if Anthony stayed in that motherfucker. Flacco is, bro, he's kryptonite to people. Bro, he's literally finna single-handedly. If they hold Richardson out, and no slouch to Richardson, he actually was cooking this game before he got hurt. He didn't look as trash as he been looking. But realistically, bro, I don't know, man. I just think Flacco been there, done that. He just been marinating on the bench, waiting on the twist ankle, anything. And I guarantee the Browns wish they would have kept him. You know what I'm saying? So go and get me Flacco, man, with the Colts. Jacksonville, they know him very well. Divisional opponent. Even though Jacksonville is still a good team, it's hard to say that even though they haven't won a game. But your team will have to play them for you to understand how good they really is. And it's like they wasn't that bad. Like they could have popped us last week. Trevor Lawrence missed about 3-4 wide open receivers. They got to step on the defender, everything. Couldn't make a tight window throw to save his goddamn life. And you get a nigga like Flacco coming there, shit. Flacco gonna get the money and the job done. So give me the Colts plus 3.5. And they're cool.
Yeah, Queen say she got the Jags. Okay. What you got on there, TD?
I like Jacksonville today. Too many injuries for the Colts. I know Flacco has come in. He did well last year, and he did well last week as well. But Jonathan Taylor also not playing today. I believe the center is hurt. They got a few injuries. Another guy, the tackle is hurt. They got some injuries on the offensive line as well. The defensive end, I don't think is playing either. So what is it? Quiddy Pay? He's not playing. I don't. Is Kenny Moore starts? I don't know if he's a starting defensive back for the Colts, but he's not playing either. So Colts got some injuries. They're playing at Jacksonville. I like Jacksonville to get their first win.
Yeah, Kenny Moore is a starter.
Yeah, he's out. He's out today too. So I like Jacksonville. I like Jacksonville to win their first game today.
Okay, yeah, well, man, like I say, man, I don't want to talk about all of the games this week, man. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna talk about more of the games on the next one, you know what I'm saying? But salute to my boy KG. Now Queen ain't from Jacksonville, man. She just, I guess she just liked the Jaguars for some strange reason. I don't know. But on that note, man, we gonna get up out of here, man. The game's finna get ready and come on in a little minute. And we gonna see what these Vikings be able to hold off these Jets. It's one score game right now, man. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in, coming through. My boy Red wasn't able to cook with us for a long time. He got to get ready for his game today. So I know he preparing on the field. So hopefully my Lady Saints do what they do. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate TD coming through. My boy Drosky G coming through on his G-Day weekend. And TD, if you do a show, man, let me know, man. I'm gonna pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? And show you some love because you've been coming through heavy for us on our end. So I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate
but on it. Yeah, for sure, man. On that note, though, we're going to get up out of here, man. We gone. Peace.